to my channel, so grab yourselves a nice cozy drink. I have got tea in my Hello Pumpkin mug, which I picked up from, I think it was Poundland last year, maybe the year before, but it still goes strong and I love this little mug and it's so cozy. So today I am bringing you a charity shop haul. Now this is the reason why you need to thrift. 100 charity shops for treasure. Let me show you. I've literally been out this morning, been on the school run. We needed to get bread and milk, so I dashed to get that, and on my way past the shop, Tesco, there's like this little charity shop, Age UK, and oh my goodness, it has the most wonderful treasures. I picked up a few things, like 2 things there this morning, and the rest I've got from other charity shops recently, and I just thought I'm going to show you because you need to see this stuff. And I mean, oh gosh, without breaking it, I am so excited. So where should we start? Let's start with the things I got this morning. So in here I picked up this beautiful little, it's called a flower candle plate, and it's actually from Laura Ashley Home, if you can see that. And I think it was originally, it's actually still got a price on £6, but I paid £1.50 for it, and it's like a cream off-white colour. Now it says it's a flower, but to me these look like leaves from an oak tree, like the way the design is on them. That said, I think it's not necessarily summery and it could be out effectively all year round, even autumnal, with like little, well, not like this candle on, although that does look nice, but you know, like just a solid candle would look really pretty on there. So that was £1.50 and I was very pleased with that. I also picked up this I think, is it a pie tin, a Yorkshire pudding tin? It was only £1. This is for it's probably too early for some, but I'm just like thinking ahead. This is for a Christmas craft for my kitchen. So I saw this, picked this up. We actually already have one very similar, but we use it all the time, and I thought I can't justify using that one, but this one I given to charity. So yeah, picked up that. The next item that I saw this morning was very cute, very like cottage core and pretty, and it says it was £3, is this little gravy boat. Now I think it's beautiful. It's got like little roses on the side, very like Cath Kidston-y, gold edging. Granted, the gold isn't as like vibrant as perhaps it once was, but it's still really beautiful, and honestly there's no cracks or anything. It just needs a good wash. It's a little bit dirty inside. Underneath it says Dun Bennett and Co Limited, England. I've never heard of that brand or seen anything by them before, but I just was really drawn to like the pattern, and I mean, it is the season of roast dinners coming up, isn't it? And eating at home more and festive dinners, and you can never have, in my opinion, too much gravy, or you know, like other sauce, or cheese sauce. Oh, imagine cheese sauce in here. Anyhow, or even custard. I mean, I know it's a gravy boat, but whatever floats your boats you could pop in here. So I was very pleased with that, and that was £3. Now the next item from the same charity shop, but not today, I picked up, oh my goodness, wait till you see, this porcelain pumpkin. Look at the detail, the leaves, the curling stem, all around the top, and it actually does lift off. Now, it doesn't smell of anything, so I don't know whether there was ever a candle in here, or if it was just ornamental, for ornamental purposes, decorative purposes, but I absolutely love it, and I think it's one of the most beautiful, in fact, I'm looking around, it quite possibly is the most beautiful pumpkin I have ever purchased. Isn't it stunning? Now, interestingly, underneath it says microwave and dishwasher safe. But honestly, what are we putting in here? Are we putting it in the microwave or even in the dishwasher? It's far too delicate. I would never pop this in the dishwasher or even the microwave. Maybe that was the intention. Was it a little tiny soup bowl? I don't know. But anyway, that does not got its purpose in my house. It's going to be a little decorative item and it's beautiful. I don't still have the price of this, but I believe it was £2, and I was like, you are coming home with me. Beautiful. Right, I think that was all of the autumnal pieces. The next, we're moving on. I picked up this. I believe this was like 50p. This little spode Christmas tree pot. Once again, no idea. Is it for a candle? Did it ever have a candle in it? But either way, look how beautiful it is. Look at the design of the Christmas tree. And the little holly leaves. And even the green edging around the top. I just obviously couldn't leave it there. And I must admit, this has lived on my bookcase since I bought it. He's had a wash and he's just sat there proudly with actually some batteries in, you know, like fairy lights that I've got all around my books on those very intricate little thin wires. The batteries fit neatly in here. So whilst it is a Christmas item, it is too cute to put away. So he has remained out. The next item I picked up, I think this was from Cancer Research for $1.50, was this ceramic White House. Now I think this one is actually an oil burner because the roof lifts off and it's got like a little section there where I presume you put the oil in for a tea light in the back. And that said, the roof, the chimney holes, I think is where the scent comes out. But I don't really have oils or burn oils. However, I do absolutely love me a ceramic house, and I have a few. Granted, I know people make beautiful Christmas scenes with them, dotted around their home with like little trees and not a mixture of fairy lights, but I'm looking at mine. I've still got mine on the fireplace. I don't put mine away. I have them out all year round. I love these little things, and currently I've got them with like autumn leaves around and little pumpkins, and I just think they're so lovely. And you know, not just for Christmas, with them being like pure plain white as well, it's like a key decor piece and timeless, and also goes with no matter like your decor. You could, you know, I could change the whole colour scheme of this room and my little white houses would still fit in perfectly, and I absolutely love them. And this, I don't actually have, let me just double check, I've got taller ones that are double fronted, but not like a grand house like this. And isn't it beautiful? And my goodness, imagine if anyone is lucky enough to live in a house that style. So I'm very, very pleased with that. Now my next, oh my goodness, I was so excited for these items, and I've still got my sunglasses on my head. Have been after these for the longest time, and they've been on, I've got like a little Pinterest page of things that I want to thrift, find, source in the charity shop, and these items, oh my goodness, I was so excited to find a whole set. Let me just pop them in order. Maybe we'll start with the season that it is now. So I purchased these 4 plates, and they are Brambley Hedge. And if you know, excuse me, if you know the Brambley Hedge stories and picture books and design, you will love these, and honestly also understand what a treasure they are. So this is the first one, Autumn. Look at the design. And it even has a little inscription on the back. It says Royal Dalton, Autumn. Hidden in the brambles, Primrose discovered a very interesting hole. I wonder if anyone lives down here, she said to herself, and wandered into the tunnel. Oh my goodness, look. And they came with these, what are they called, like little plate hangers to hang them on the wall. Now I do wish to hang them on the wall, but I'm not sure about these and how sturdy they are with the springs and the little metal clips that go around. And then I presume this triangular bit is for the nail. But if anybody has any other ways to hang plates on the wall that are definitely sturdy and a bit nicer than this, because I'm not sure, I'm kind of worried that these clippy bits, are they likely to scratch the top of the plate? Or, I don't know. Just not sure whether I should trust them or not. But if anyone has any other ideas or any other hints of how to hang plates up on the wall, because these are going up, I'm going to put these in my dining room. Look, oh, with that there. Look how beautiful it is, autumn. Right, so that was the autumn one. Next we have winter. Oh my goodness, the coziness of these plates. Look at the scene. Look how beautiful it is. It says, winter. Mrs. Apple had spent the afternoon baking pies, cakes and puddings for the cold days to come. She drew 2 armchairs up to the fire and brought in Mr. Apple's supper on a tray. I mean, how delightful to spend the afternoon baking pies and cakes and puddings and all those yummy treats. And look at them. I mean, these have just been kept in such good condition. There's not a chip on them. The picture is beautiful. Oh my goodness. So then next we have, of course, spring. Equally as beautiful. It says, spring. It was the most beautiful morning. The spring sunshine crept into every cottage along Bromley Hedge, and the little windows in the trees were open wide. It was Wilfred's birthday. Oh, Wilfred, look how cute he is. And he's got, oh my goodness, he's like a proper little boy. He's got like a slingshot and what appears to be an acorn that he's using to fire, if you can just about make out there. And that I'm just absolutely made up. And oh, I've just noticed there's a little birthday cake at the top here for him. And the final one is summer. Oh, and the top of this one has got like a little almost like eaten mess, like strawberries. Does that? Oh, look at this, how beautiful. And on the reverse it says, early that summer, Miss Poppy Eyebright and Mr. Dusty Dogwood officially announced their engagement. Everyone along the hedgerow was delighted. And they're just beautiful, honestly. I am so happy with these. I think potentially these, along with a few other items I'm about to show you, and this pumpkin, are my all-time favourite ever thrifted finds. I'm just gonna place them carefully over here. I love those. And my final Bromley Hedge like pottery item that I thrifted is this little winter, they call it a winter beaker from the Bromley Hedge gift collection, but it's like a tiny little teacup, and it's just got the same scene on as the plate, where they're having pie by the fire, a little tray, and it actually says Bromley Hedge. I don't know if you can see that. Bromley, oh, focus. Bromley Hedge Winter on the inside. And it's just beautiful. I'm not, obviously never going to use this to drink from because, I mean, it's far too nice. But I'm going to find somewhere beautiful to display it. Perhaps in the kitchen or beside books, because I am an avid book collector. Speaking of which, I have many books. So going on from Bromley Hedge, I also was lucky enough to find this Bromley Hedge treasury. Now I think this is a St. Michael, is at Marks and Spencer's. And honestly, it is in such good state, like the pages are not bent or anything. Look how beautiful it is. And it's actually, there's like a little letter at the beginning. It says, to the children who read this book, before you hear about the time Primrose and Wilfred found the long lost key to a secret place in the oak tree, and what happened to Wilfred when he was taken up to the high hills I want to tell you a little about the brambly hedge mice and where and how they live. And it's just, I mean, I love that at the start of the book, like the way the author addresses the reader, but how this one addresses the children. And I just think that's delightful. There's look at the little picture of Wilfred reading. I absolutely love the illustrations, and here we are. This is like a diagram where everyone is being introduced. I just love it. And whilst, yes, part of me bought these for me because I am just in love with these kind of illustrations and books just like this, I also cannot wait to sit and read these to my boys. Look at that scene. How cozy. All dressed up for Christmas. So I think, how much did I pay for that? I believe that was like £2. The most beautiful book. And in matching with my plates, I also discovered the 4 Seasons of Brambley Hedge book with a beautiful little bookmark inside. I like this one especially because at the start there's a conversation with the author, and she refers to her early years and her studying art and the kind of like points in her life that turned her towards creating these little characters in this story, and like her initial sketches, and I think it's beautiful. So I have very much enjoyed reading that section of the book. And then it's got the 4 stories throughout spring, summer, autumn and winter, and once again, absolutely beautiful illustrations and such a gorgeous, wholesome book that I cannot wait to sit and read this to the boys. Then also, my fascination with books continues because I absolutely love Shelley Hughes books, and I read them, the Alfie collection, when I was growing up. Excuse me, let me just have a sip of my tea. Where was I? Yeah, I read the Alfie collection growing up. Absolutely love them. Possibly my favourite books as a very little girl growing up, Alfie and the Dogger Book by Shelley Hughes as well. That said, I have such fond memories of reading them, and the quality of the illustrations and the simplicity of the stories, and yet how you remember every detail, that as an adult I have searched and continue to do so for the remainder of Shelley Hughes's collection of books, and ones that I've not read myself, and also ones that I have and collections of them for my boys, and also, well, for me, because I'm still enjoying this narrative. So that said, I have found 3 more Shelley Hughes books to add to my collection, all of which are hardback. I've actually taken the dust covers off them, which to some may well be like the worst thing to do, but I do not like the dust jackets. I've not got any dust jackets on my books. I take them off straight away. I just like the book without the dust jacket. It just gets in the way, doesn't it? And I always end up taking it off when we're reading anyway. So this book is a very first book of Christmas, and look at the scene on the front and the back with the holly leaves, and it's just once again absolutely stunning. And I love this book because not only does it have a note from Shelley Hughes at the front, it also has stories, poems, songs and activities. So I'm very much thinking of this will be lovely, like in the run up to Christmas, to have like a Shelley Hughes inspired Christmas weekend with the boys, whereby we can we can make red robin decorations, festive shortbread, paper lanterns, snowflake cakes, Christmas tree carts, seasonal tarts, Christmas crackers, and also enjoy the wonderful stories, and also like maybe mirror the stories with our activities. Like there's ice in the park. Let's see, what else do we have? Gingerbread snowmen. You could go for gingerbread men, build snowmen. I thought that would be lovely. And even look at the recipe, festive shortbread. So ask an adult to help you make these yummy shortbread biscuits that have a wonderfully tangy twist. And I just think getting the whole family engaged in baking and reading, just doing this activity together will be lovely when the weather is cold and miserable outside and you're all cozy like this, cooking in your home. So I am very much up for a Shelley Hughes winter, and I love the aesthetic of her drawings, and even cold days like this in the park. Very excited for this. The second Shelley Hughes book that I picked up was this one. It's called Trotter Street, 4 Favourite Stories. And I've not actually read any of these, so I'm quite keen to read this. And it seems there's lots of different children and different characters in these books. There's Angel May, the Big Concrete Lorry, Wheels, and the Snow Lady. And I love these stories as well because they make perfect bedtime stories. They're quite long, but quite simple, if that makes sense. So the boys are like really engaged and listening and enjoy that the story is not over super quick. But just another beautiful book. And the last, let me just double check, the last Shelley Hughes book is this one. Once again, I've not read this, but had to get it when I saw it. The Lion and the Unicorn. Which this one is slightly different. I believe it does have like a cozy happy ending, but I believe from my quick scan through the book that it's set in like wartime with like evacuees and like the real experiences of this little boy, and he's sent away to the country without his mummy, and how other people in the story like kind of become his like a mum figure to him when he's missing her. Also, I just think it tells of like real experiences, and also this period is very important for children to learn about, isn't it? So excited for this. I love history, and these books, heaven. So, but I think that was everything. Oh no, 2 more items, and these are simply just for me because I love a good book. This book I picked up at Kathy Bramley, Hetty's house. Sorry, Hetty's. It's not Hetty's house. It's called Hetty's Farmhouse Bakery. Life isn't as simple as baking the perfect pie. And it's just one of those really delightful, cozy love stories. Well, actually it says on the back here, perfect feel-good loveliness. That's a brilliant way to describe it, isn't it? Which I know, it's only short. It won't take me long to read, and it's just something to enjoy between. I'm currently reading, so I've read, what was the first book? A Court of, let me just double check on my bookcase here. So I've read A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I believe I'm currently on A Court of Mist and Fury. I've almost finished that one, absolutely loving it, but I just thought before I go on to the next one, because I'm already in that I need to know what's going to happen stage, but it's quite like heavy, if that makes sense to anyone, and I feel like I just need something really like light-hearted and like 100% joyful before I continue on to A Court of Wings and Ruin, which I'm not sure what to make of that title. So yes, pick this up for me. And also this book I think was 50p, It's just a bit of fun, like silliness. It's kind of along the thoughts of like romanticizing your life and finding the joy in like the ordinary and everyday moments. And so it's called Miranda's Daily Dose of Such Fun. And I think comic relief, it must have been for comic relief, it's on stage. So on the back it says 365 daily joy-filled tasks to make your life more engaging, fun, caring and jolly. Now who doesn't love that, but it literally is, it's just something for every single day. So let's see. Let's find September. Is it the 10th today or the 9th? I think it's the 10th. So this probably, it sounds like really rather silly, but something fun to do. It says, for September 10th, here is another good mind distraction game. I often find thoughts can come in on themselves at the end of the day before bedtime when I am less distracted. So it says, watch TV alone or with someone and occasionally press pause and guess what they are going to say next, or come up with a silly answer. Best done with Suits or very serious drama, I find. So just something like unusual to do and a little bit of fun. Which already I think could be quite interesting depending on what you're watching. But I'm curious to see what it says for Christmas. Oh, Christmas Day one is lovely. It says, it's Christmas! And have a wonderful, wonderful day. I wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. Note, if today is difficult for you for any reason, then think about being jolly for others or finding ways to be kind to others. Think outwards, not inwards on Christmas Day if you can. Whatever you do, be kind to yourself too. And oh, that's such a wonderful message, isn't it? I think I'm really going to enjoy this book. And if anything, it's just be some like light-hearted, cozy fun. And make you, if you don't already, or rather encourage you to find the joy in every day. So I think, looking around, is that everything? Yes, I believe that is everything. So if this video hasn't encouraged you to thrift or enter your local charity shops and have a meander around, have a rummage around, then I don't know what to do, because honestly the treasures that you can find are amazing. And I am certainly very happy with my latest treasure. That said, I am now going to go and clean it all and pop it away and find a home for everything. Well, thank you for watching. If you did like it, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Leave any comments below. Let me know what was your favourite item, or also what have you thrifted lately? Have you found any good bargains or any treasure? Thank you. Bye bye now.